Welcome back to the mHow9 Fish Tanks YouTube channel. Today, we're going to take a look at some of the changes I've made over the past month or so in my fish room in the fish barn. So let's go have a look. Okay, we're at our first stop here. We're here at the Mutt Guppy tank. So this tank used to be a 54-gallon bow front. I moved those upstairs. You did see one of them in the Latas and Natas video that I did when I unboxed those fish from Live Aquaria. So I moved those upstairs, but this is where I put all the random guppies that I have. Unfortunately, like I used to run these as a central system and all of the guppies got mixed together. So unfortunately, you know, I really can't use them as the strains that they came, but so we'll keep them here. They're still beautiful. This is actually one of my favorite tanks. Along with the guppies in here, as you can see here, these are HY511 Tetras, also known as the Candy Cane Tetra. I did get these at the ALA as well. These are stunning fish. I really love them. I actually might get some more. And I'm even thinking about moving those into the South American tank. So let's go ahead here and have a look at what else is in here plant-wise. So mostly it's guppy grass in here. But I did put some of this Aponogeton crispus in here. All right, so the next addition here in the fish room, you can see the saltwater tank on the bottom. That's been here pretty much since the beginning. But if we look up to the top, I added a second row to this. Up there are 4 20-gallon high tanks. So let's go ahead and take a look what we've got in here. The first tank you come to is the Super Red Dumbo Guppy tank. I got these fish from Kang Lee at Aquashella a few months ago. Unfortunately, I did lose the female, but as you can see, she's produced quite a few fry, so this colony is still going strong. Heading over to the next tank now, these are the Bumblebee Platies. I picked these up at Pet Supplies Plus when I was looking for some tanks at their $1 per gallon sale. I usually don't buy department store fish, but I couldn't pass these guys up. It's probably been about a decade or so since I purchased fish from a department store. Heading over to the next couple tanks. These tanks right now are empty, but over time, I'll get these filled up. Now we're gonna go head on to the next change that I've made in the fish barn. All right, this is the 245-gallon tank. This tank is 6 feet by 30 inches deep by, I believe it's about 30 inches tall as well. I've had this tank for quite a while. I did move this out of my old basement fish room. This was the last tank pretty much I set up in here, just because just the time, and I really didn't have this big fish to put in here, still don't. But I did get this aquascape, did get it in here. Right now, the only fish that are in here are a pair of New Caledonian blue striped clowns that I took from the upstairs breeding setup. They're doing fine in here, but I got an aquascape, got the sump going underneath it. I still need to add my protein skimmer, which is actually still in the house, but this tank is finally set up. This is going to be kind of the centerpiece of the fish barn. This tank, I'm going to primarily try to put mostly butterfly fish and angelfish in here. So those are like really my two favorite species of saltwater fish, along with clownfish. So let's go ahead and just take a quick look at the blue stripes. As soon as you come up to the glass, you can see one in the back. But this tank really right now is just kind of doing its thing until I want to let it run for a little while before I put anything else in it. It is hooked up centrally with the 125-gallon saltwater tank that's down here, so they share the same sump and are going to share the same skimmer. Just makes it kind of easier to manage the two large tanks on one skimmer. The skimmer is rated for it, so that should be fine. So let's head on to the next change in the fish room. All right, the next change here is the 30-gallon tank here. In this tank, I have moved the Super Dumbo Dragon Guppies. So as you can see here, there's the females. Color's looking really good on them as well. And that's the male coming through here as well. These guys have fry as well. Let's see if we can get some of the fry. Here we got some of the fry back there. They're not as big as the other guppies in terms of the size of the fry right now. These were born a little bit later. But these are the same source. I got these at Aquashella as well, from Twin Cities Guppies as well. So these are very good. Everything's doing well in here, so I'm pretty pleased with it. The plants in here are doing well as well. There's some guppy grass right here. And this is a Apatogeton. I believe it's Alvaceous is how you describe it. But if you look up here, it looks like there's like little flowers or something coming out. So it looks like, you know, I've only had this plant for probably about a month, and it's already flowered in this tank. So this plant's doing pretty well. Also here we've got the Dragonstone. I got this from Aquashella as well. I got this from Flip Aquatics. So all in all, you know, this tank's coming along well. These guppies were originally in a 50-gallon, but was able to move them from there to here, give them their own tank and their own space. So this tank's going well. So let's go ahead and take a look at the next tank. And the final tank we're going to take a look at here is the goldfish tank. This tank you haven't seen much on this channel, but these two goldfish actually were, they weren't even purchased. My kids won them at a church event. You know, they were in the fish bowl. People didn't really know better. Now they've grown up to be kind of monsters. They're probably, I'd say they're probably a good foot long. But they're living in this 100-gallon tote, basically as their pond. And the one main change, and this is the change that's really kind of taken place for all of the tanks, is the auto water change system. This pipe here is the auto water change system for the goldfish pond, but all of the freshwater tanks in here have this auto water change on it now, and it's really working out well. Some of the tanks that you saw in previous videos that had some algae issues, starting to get a little bit better. You know, we're running it 3 times a day. It runs for about a minute and a half, so pretty consistent. So I'm really happy with that change in the fish room as well. I hope you have enjoyed this video taking a look at some of the changes that I've made in my fish barn. If you appreciate content like this, please like, subscribe, and share. Thank you very much for watching, and have a good day. Keep them here. They're still beautiful. This is actually one of my favorite tanks. Along with the guppies in here, as you can see here, these are HY511 Tetras, also known as the Candy Cane Tetra. I did get these at the ALA as well. These are stunning fish. I really love them. I actually might get some more.